Thank you.
May I first request everyone to just sit down, please. Take a minute. Please sit down. It will be
Sorry, can I sit?
an opportunity for me
Can I sit here?
to talk. Excuse me, just from there. Could you please sit down for a minute? Thank you. Can we minimize conversation on the table, please?
बस बैठा
Mr. and Mrs. Kothari, Vice Chairman George Abraham, Harbhajan ji, Pradeep, Ram, and all of the officers of IOC and IOC New Jersey chapter, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is indeed a special honor and privilege for me to be here with you all. One, to celebrate Diwali, and two, to relaunch New Jersey chapter of Indian Overseas Congress. I want to compliment you all. I want to thank you for taking time from your busy schedule to come and spend an evening with us. It's not easy to spend 4 hours on Friday evening for an event like this. So I sincerely appreciate your commitment, your support, and your ongoing help. Also, I want to thank you for all the good wishes on my birthday. I have 2 birthdays. This is the real one on November 16th, and I will be 82. I was born in 1942. I was born in British Raj, in Orissa, in a small little tribal village, where we Hindu, Muslim, Jain, Sikh, and tribal Oriya all lived together in front of each other, played together, went to school together at home. And that's the India I grew up with. India rooted in diversity, democracy, justice, freedom, inclusion. These were the ideas in the air in those days because of Mahatma Gandhi. Truth, trust, love were not just words. We lived with those ideas growing up as little kids. When I was a student, I read in the newspaper that President Kennedy has decided to take man onto the moon. I was young and got very excited. and I said, I must go to America. I had no money, so I borrowed some money and took a boat from Mumbai to Karachi to Aden to Egypt to Italy, Pompeii, Genoa, took a train from Genoa to London, took a plane from London to New York, and took a bus from New York to Chicago. This was about 60 years ago. I came here in 1964, and America has been very good to me. India gave me my roots, while America gave me my fruits. I wouldn't be what I am today without the knowledge, exposure, understanding that I got while being here. I came here to get a PhD in physics, and my professor told me it takes 7 years to get a PhD. I had a girlfriend in India, so I decided to do something quickly, and my professor said, go get a degree in electrical engineering, it will take you 9 months to get a master's. So I got my master's in 9 months, worked for part-time PhD. My girlfriend came here, we got married, and one by one got all my family members to US. Today, 60 years down the road, in my own family, I have 100 people in US. This is not my cousins, my own brothers, sisters, their children and their children. So being part of two great democracies, oldest and biggest, has some inherent advantages. We don't quite understand the benefits of democracy, diversity, inclusion. In 60s, there were very few Indians in America. Chicago had only 300 or 400. Today, Chicago probably has 350,000. In the process, Indians have changed, and America has also changed. It is that journey that brings all of us to here. So our first duty is to recognize the contribution America has made to our lives, to our prosperity, to our family, to our children. But being first generation immigrants, we always go back to our roots. And roots are very important. The tree under which you played, the broken bicycle that you learned to ride, remains with you in your mind for the rest of your life. And I'm delighted that many of us are still connected with India. I was happy to see the beginning with Indian Constitution, because that's what India is all about. India is about values embedded in our Constitution. And when that is attacked, people like us worry. I believe today Indian democracy is under attack because institutions are captured, civil society has been undermined, media is manipulated, all good guys are seen as bad guys, and all bad guys are seen as great people with ethics, morals. Everything is upside down. People have no shame in openly lying, manipulating, cheating. That's not what democracy was all about. And this is not a phenomenon just in India, it is happening all over the world. We went through our share in US, and we are still not sure what will happen to US democracy. World over, there is a challenge going on today, partly because of social media, partly because of hate, insecurity, lack of understanding, and people are divided. People are divided in a manner it's very difficult to bring them to the table. Look what's going on in Ukraine, what's going on in Middle East, Palestine and Israel conflict. These are all an example of democracy going a little bit of astray. I am one of those who firmly believe that when world was designed by US, which gave birth to UN, World Bank, IMF, NATO, WTO, people ignored Gandhi. If the world design had focused on Gandhian ideas of inclusion, human needs, sustainability, non-violence, world would be very different today. I worry about world every day at my age because I realize that my grandparents gave me world which was simple, poor and clean. While I am giving my grandchildren world that is rich, complex and polluted. Look at what is going on with global warming. Lot of talk for last 30 years, no action. So when people like you all come together to really celebrate the idea of Congress, idea of India embedded in our Constitution, I feel proud. I feel proud of every one of you. I'm so happy to see you all thinking about the right things for the world. And the idea of India is not just good for India. When Rahul Gandhi and I go abroad visiting various countries, we emphasize the fact that Indian democracy is global public good. If Indian democracy is shaken, world will pay for it. Because we are 1.5 billion people. You can't ignore 1.5 billion people going away from democracy. So today we are at a crossroad. We are at crossroads in America, we are at crossroads in India, and we are at crossroads globally. And that's when voices of the people like you matter. The fact that you are here to celebrate Indian Overseas Congress and launch a chapter says to me a great deal about your commitment to future, your commitment to your own children, their future. So don't take democracy lightly. Democracy is work in process all the time. You can't ignore and say, we are given democracy and let's go. Forget about it. So you are here because you are concerned about democracy. Today in India, elections are going on in 5 states. We are hoping that we'll get some sensible results. And these results will dictate, hopefully, what will happen in 2024. If Indian 2024 elections back democracy, I guarantee 2024 elections in America will also back democracy. I am convinced. So it is important to put Indian democracy on track, to put American democracy on track, to put global democracy on track. I know I was given only 10 minutes, but I'm taking a little more time because I won't get a chance like this. So I need permission from Kothari Saab for 5 more minutes. Do I have your permission? Can I go on for 5 more minutes? Okay. Because he's very strict. I like it. You know, he just gets on everybody on track. And I found out today that he is also from the same university that I went to. I went to same university about 10 years before he went to. I graduated from there in 1962. The reason I have two birthdays is I went to school at the first grade at the age of 3. So I was too young, and somebody said, you make this change in your birth date, we'll admit you. So they made a change. So I have a birthday on this passport, which is different from the real birthday, which is November 16th. I graduated from school at 15.
Same problem.
And from college at 19. So somebody had to lie about my birthday. I used to have American citizenship. I gave up my American nationality in 1987 and became Indian national to work with Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi gave meaning to my life. Congress Party gave me an opportunity to work on IT, telecom, technology, knowledge, all kinds of interesting things. When I started my work in India in 1981, India had 2 million telephones. It used to take 10 years to get a telephone connection. Today India has 1.5 billion phones, and India generates $200 billion worth of software service export every year, year after year. The real credit goes, one, to Congress Party and Rajiv Gandhi for political will, and two, young Indian talent. There is huge amount of young Indian talent. In our time, we started thousands of IT colleges. Today in India, almost 8 million people work in IT industry. And most of these people are from poor families. No rich families go to IT, they go to business schools. All poor children go to IT school, get a job, come to America, make $100,000 and lift not only their own family, like I did, but all their brothers and sisters and cousins and nephews. So IT has made a substantial contribution to India. Congress Party has been at the core of India's development. Congress Party started IITs, IIMs, science laboratories, and Congress Party Pandit Nehru talked about these laboratories as the temples of India. Today, Indians control key jobs in America, Europe. I was in Singapore once with Rahul Gandhi, and I was told that there are 5,000 executives in Singapore who control all their banks, all their technology from India. So we decided to meet them. In 2 days, we could meet 700 top executives running all the top banks. Look at in America, Google, Microsoft, IBM, and many banks are run by people of Indian origin. Because India teaches us how to live with complexity, how to work under hostile environment. And we are proud of what all of those people have accomplished. So today we are at a very critical point in the history of India, because what has happened in the last 10 years is societies are divided. Hindus are staged against Muslims. You can't ignore 200 million Muslims in India. They are part and parcel of my life, my culture, my family. Same with Sikhs, same with Christians, same with Jews. And I think that is the message of the Congress Party that you all have to carry. And that's the message that will make a difference going forward in India. As I said earlier, these 5 state elections will dictate what will happen in 2024. On December 3rd, we will know a little more. I am very optimistic. I am very upbeat. So with this, I want to close here once again by thanking you all for your time, for your love and affection, for celebrating my birthday, which we normally don't do. I don't celebrate birthday. My wife and normally just two of us will have a dinner on my birthday. My children are in California, so they would call. But this was a special. This is the biggest birthday celebration I had in the last 81 years. So thank you all. I will always remember it. I also took some pictures so I can send it to my grandkids. They won't believe that I had so many people at my birthday. So immediately when I get back there, I'm going to send them 2 pictures saying, look what your grandpa did today. And they'll be proud of me. So I am proud of all of you. I want to thank you. I want to remain in touch. It is my job to really encourage more people to think about Indian National Congress, to save our democracy in India, globally. But I also want you to be active in America, because this is my country as well. Who said that I have one country? When I'm in America, I'm at home. This is my home. When I go to India, I feel at home. In my case, when I go to Africa, I feel at home. I've been to Pakistan and I feel at home. So I feel like a global citizen. We are all global citizens. But we do have responsibility here and there. And I'm glad you're all here to hear us, support us. I want to thank our leader of the day, Mr. Kothari, for running the show, organizing it. And I want to thank all of those people who were on the stage for their hard work. It's not easy to organize an event like this. I know what it takes. Many times I'll go to an event and somebody will say, oh, we'll have 700 people. And when you go there, there are only 200. So it takes a lot of work to get 500 people together and sit there for 4 hours, listen to all kinds of crap from people like us. So thank you.
They want me to stay here for a couple of minutes to honor some people. I wish we had more time for interaction, you know. Yeah. It's good to hear you also and see what your concerns are. But anyway, I'll follow the leader.
Sam sir is a leader of all of us, and he has lived exemplary life and motivated all of us to be a strong congressman or congresswoman. And today is the beginning to a beautiful future. And I am sure everyone will take a clear concept of Congress and clear option as a Congress. There is no other option. So thank you, our global chairman, for a beautiful speech, and you have to stay for a few more minutes because we want to bring everybody on stage.
Not
we still have to bring some of the chapter chairmen and recognized by you. So I will ask Ram Gadula to do that so I don't make mistake. Please, Ramji, come and do your part.
Thank you, Peter ji.